The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts,
Barry Church, Danny McCray, and Newy Scruggs.
Here we are. It is Wednesday, December 22nd, and the Dallas Cowboys are getting ready to face the Washington football team, who had to play last night. COVID issues really affected the Washington football team.
Destroyed it.
I told you I liked Philly to win this game.
Yeah.
Philly's been playing well. Washington didn't have Taylor Heineke, didn't have Kyle Allen at the quarterback position. They went out there. Garrett Gilbert gave the best he could.
Yeah, I'll give him props on that. He played, to me, he played good for a guy that just arrived on Thursday.
Well, how about good for a guy who's got no offensive line protection?
Oh,
The offensive line COVID issues. And look, this is one where, no offense to fans, but many fans just don't truly understand the cohesion and what happens with offensive linemen. And when you start trying to switch folks out there, it's just not as easy as you think.
I mean, we had Joe Looney break it down yesterday.
Yeah, so it's
nowhere
just,
near as easy.
It's just not as easy as you think, and you just want to, no, folks. It's a challenge.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It is a challenge, and so they couldn't run the football at all. You were going to need to run against Philadelphia. You were going to need to run also because Philadelphia, and the way they were playing football, they are running the ball, keeping your offense off the field. So you were going to need to try to, combat that and run the ball yourself. They couldn't do it
At all. And that was supposed to be their strength. Coming into this was, we got Gibson, we got, MG McKissick or whatever his name is, and they're supposed to be able to be that 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
And they just haven't been able to move the football.
But here's the thing, Barry Church. When you got offensive line issues, man, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Good luck
brutal.
to you. So we'll dive more into this on the Players Lounge right here. I'm Newy Scruggs. He's Danny. He's Barry Church. Danny McCray is out.
I can't believe it. He ain't even here. Oh man, wait! I can't wait till I can't wait till tomorrow. I can't believe my man ain't even here. I got no hat on. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't the first one, because our coaches, from when we first got in here till now, it's
just my natural
us,
thing of Danny McCray, Barry Church. I used to say it in that fashion.
All right, there we go.
He
did look up like
Danny McCray. Yes, But
one day, man. One day.
McCray is out doing the Dallas Cowboys youth camp
He's
today.
booked.
So
he's booked.
So it's his last day.
Okay.
His last day. So there. But going back into just Washington, you had Gibson, 15 carries, 26 yards. I mean, it's just not going to cut it for him
at all.
And 21 carries
as a whole. And
as a team.
And you're going in there with a guy that's been off the, he just got there Thursday. You want to be able to lean on that run game. And they just weren't able to do that. And then they tried a little bit with Double G out there, but like you said, there was no protection. The man he looked scared out there. He looked like a deer in headlights. I mean, you could tell every time he dropped back, somebody was right there in his face. Whether it was in the front of you, whether it was coming from the sides, they were all in his grill. He just couldn't do much against that.
So Washington falls to 6-8. So much while we're talking about this, the Cowboys are going to host Washington, 6-8 football team.
Yeah.
Philly's now 7-7. Philadelphia with an opportunity to look up and find themselves in the playoffs. The Cowboys will face Philadelphia in Philly to end the season. But how about this, though? 41 carries, 238 yards for the Eagles in this win here.
Man.
That's the kind of domination you want. But even more importantly, you think about this in church. You're a defensive guy. 35 minutes of time of possession for Philadelphia.
That's brutal. On the defensive side of the football, that is brutal. When they had them guys pinned down there a couple times, and they had a couple drives where it was 90-some yards, 85-some yards. That is brutal, because that means they're either winning on third down or they're killing you on first and second down with the run. And as it goes on, it's more demoralizing to me as a defender if you're able to just run right down the football field, no matter what, no ifs, ands, or buts, bone on bone, man on man football, and you're able to just run through us and get to where you need to be to get a touchdown. To me, that's more concerning. To me, that's more disheartening than a guy that's, diming us up here, picking us apart like that. But these guys, this Philly team, they're starting to get that, what we call momentum a little bit with this 1-2. Now, Sanders, we know he's more that scat back. He's more that hit you outside. He can be a weapon in the receiving threat and all that good stuff. But it's kind of reminding me of Green Bay with the Aaron Jones and Dillon, and then this team has now we talking about Sanders and Howard, who's a downhill bowling ball when he gets rolling. So, and then you put Hurts in there and his ability to run that RPO action and all that stuff. It makes their offense kind of formidable.
They found something.
Yeah,
and give Nick Sirianni and his staff, the rookie head coach, a lot of credit. They found something here. Now, this is really the inside stuff, Church, you get that fans won't get. It's Wednesday. Washington just played last night. They played in Philly. Got to go home. It's Wednesday. They play Sunday night. They've got to get on the road on Christmas Day. Because you can't wait until the 26th.
No, you can't do that.
You can't.
That's impossible.
So I'm imagining Ron Rivera will allow his guys to have Christmas.
Yeah, because they don't play until what, Sunday night, right?
Right, Sunday night.
Yeah.
So have Christmas at home. Then they'll board a plane in the afternoon, or maybe even do it at night, and then come on down here to Dallas-Fort Worth. But this is game planning time. Because they had to spend all this time working on Philly because they needed the win.
Yeah.
So you couldn't just say, hey, let's get ready for the Cowboys here. No, you had to put your efforts right here in Philadelphia. A little bit of help is that, all right, they just played 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But who knows what you're going to have for your football team.
With COVID, who knows what's going on? And as a player, you're not really, with that short of a week, it's not like they can come back, refocus, watch the tape, see what they did wrong, work on their mistakes, try to get better at this area. You can't.
You are challenged this week.
You got to go straight to the Cowboys. So, and like you said, you don't know who's going to play with COVID going around here and this and that and the third. And it's not like you can be physical with the practices anymore because you just played on a Tuesday. So it's not like you can have a full pad in there and get ready to knock them around. You can't do that. And you got to come down here to Dallas to the division leading team and try to put on something. I mean, it's a tough task, but I'll take it.
So you've got the Cowboys, and they have the largest point spread in the National Football League this week, according to Vegas. 11.
I just hope you see what happened to the last team that had a huge point spread, Tampa Bay and the Bucs. But once again, that was a whole different matchup. New Orleans is perfectly matched up for Tampa, all that stuff. But this week, I mean, I can still see the Cowboys covering.
And I come back into just this today. I really want fans to understand. This is a really short week, man.
You talking Wednesday to Sunday?
This is unfair. In the annals of professional football, this is unfair because you got to go on the road. You had to delay this sucker, and they are at a disadvantage. And at this point in time, if you're the Cowboys, you want to win the game because you can win the division. But Washington is coming into this football game knowing this is truly do or die.
They have nothing. I mean, this is it.
This is do or die.
This is their playoff. The playoff starts now.
Right.
For them.
They can't lose again. So they're in the weeds here. So they've got to figure out a way to pull out a victory here. So it's. I
just don't see how they can do it.
Well,
the team's ravaged
because of desperation.
Yeah.
So if you're desperate, then you can have some type of opportunity because you're desperate. So that's why I simply say, look, they're don't. I don't see them doing it because right now you're sitting at 10. Okay, you're sitting at 10. So with New Orleans, Philadelphia, Minnesota, and San Francisco ahead of you in the wild card spot, but right now you just can't lose again.
So you can't.
You got 8. You got 8. You're 6-8. You can't lose again here. So
and you remember Dallas did the same thing last year. Remember Baltimore? They played on a Tuesday, and then they had to play Cincinnati on Sunday a few days later. On the road. Both games were on the road.
That's a tough turnaround.
It's a challenge, man. Good job, Crispy. Yes.
And then you also throw in the holidays. I mean, you guys are good. I mean, if you got a family, it's going to be hard to be locked in. Oh man, I got Cowboys, you got kids opening presents right next to you. I mean, it's a tough task for them, but like I said, I'll take it.
Yes,
I'll take it.
And going with this type of momentum on your side and these times, take advantage of it. Knock these guys out. Take care of it. A lot of key games going on in the National Football League this week. Thursday night is a really good football game. You got the 49ers taking on Tennessee and Nashville.
That's huge for both of them in their divisions.
Because
Tennessee took a terrible loss to a reeling Pittsburgh team last week. And, after a while, they've won, 7 straight during the earlier parts of the season. Then you take a couple tumbles here and there, so they're reeling. And then San Fran, they won, 4 or 5 straight, I think?
San Fran's 8-6. They're right here in the middle of this.
They're right in the middle of it.
Okay, they're right there. Then you got Tennessee, who's trying to hold on to this division.
Yeah.
And right now, the 49ers are favoring this football game.
I can see why. You got Deebo Samuel over there who's pretty much running through entire defenses himself. Jimmy Garoppolo's not playing bad at all. That to me, that's a matchup I don't want to see in the first round. That to me right there is. They got a good defense, great running game. Quarterback is taking care of the football right now.
Church, there are no easy matchups.
Well, if we stay at 2, like you said, we might play against the
You get the Saints again, but still
Saints or Philly.
There's nothing easy.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, like any given Sunday, anything can happen. Yeah. But I'd much rather play against a Saints or a Philly than a charging Minnesota. 49ers team. Would you say, CB?
Right now we got Minnesota. If it ended today, you play Minnesota.
I'd rather see.
Once again,
I'd rather see them than San Fran.
But that's a challenge too.
Dalvin
Cook, you got
Jefferson, who's
balling like crazy. So there's because I just did a national radio interview before I came down here, and they were saying, "Hey, who's the one team that you don't want to see if you're a Cowboys fan?" I said, "Anybody." Yeah. I said, "I'm sorry. Do not think that." In today's National Football League, when you're talking about health and COVID, there's no easy W's. You can't get put out of the playoffs like that. All it takes is a good 60 football minutes, and you can go. So don't sit around. Well, the Cowboys shouldn't want to see this. No, whoever you play, you can get beat.
So it's more about having more confidence in what you can do against an opposing team than rather just hey, I'd rather not see this team. I'd rather not see that team. It's just more confidence in who you think you can beat.
You got to not quit the penalties.
Yeah.
Don't turn the football over. Take advantage and score touchdowns in the red zone. I mean, these are the simple, no matter who you're playing. And if you're not doing these things, if you're playing Minnesota, you can get beat. Yep. If you're playing Green Bay, you can get beat. I mean, some of this stuff is just simple football. We know the way the Cowboys have been built and the way they played this year. They can go toe-to-toe with anyone in this league.
Yep.
Okay? You've already seen it when they played Tampa. You've seen it when they played Kansas City. They can play with anybody. They have to be on point. And if you're not on point,
you're going to get ousted.
You're going to get put out.
A lot of the time it comes down to who's the healthiest team. And when you get into the tournament,
healthy and COVID right now.
Those are the 2 biggest factors to me. Because, like you said, anybody can beat anybody on any given Sunday. And this team, this Dallas Cowboys team, they're explosive on both ends of the football. But if we continue to lose players here and there, it's going to be a tougher contest.
Okay, so look at one of your former teammates, Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley's got COVID. He's out 10 days, so he's not going to play in a critical game against the New England Patriots. These football games, right? I mean, this week's games are loaded with some delicious matchups. Saturday, there's 2 games. You got Cleveland at Green Bay. Cleveland's 7-7. They just dropped that game to the Raiders.
They were missing 22 players from the COVID situation.
So you're Cleveland. You got to go into Lambeau and get a W.
Do you think the league will have to still be this strict once the playoffs start?
Man, I don't know. I mean, literally, they're making it up. So you don't know.
You could just see a downfall in COVID cases once this playoff turning starts.
Look at the Saturday night game, late one. Okay, Indianapolis at Arizona.
Huge for both parties.
Arizona's reeling. Indy can try and sit up here and win this division. I mean, that's going to be a heck of a football game. Cincinnati, Baltimore, they're facing each other.
Is Lamar back? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
The Rams go to Minnesota. Minnesota's now 7-7. They're fighting. They're
fighting. They're reeling. They're in the same situation as Philly.
Okay, Rams are 10-4. Mm-hmm. So you're sitting up here looking, hey man, we can possibly catch Arizona win this deal. That's going to be a tremendous football game. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Buffalo and New England going at it.
These are all Saturday matchups.
No, this is Sunday.
This is going into Sunday.
Yeah,
okay.
The Saturday is Cleveland at Green Bay. Then it's Indianapolis at Arizona. That's Saturday. Mm-hmm. But going into Sunday is Baltimore, Cincinnati. The Rams at Minnesota. Buffalo, New England. Tampa Bay's at Carolina. That's a game that Tampa Bay can't mess around with.
They need it. Because right now, they're sitting in the 3rd or 4th slot.
You're sitting in the 3rd slot, but you got guys that are injured, so you can't sit around here and let Carolina think, hey, let's just come on out here and do. I don't think they are.
Hey, you see, Arians kind of change his tone about Antonio Brown with the quickness.
He said, "This is the last chance, okay? This is it.
This is it right here.
Mess up one more time. You got one more time." Okay? I done said it 3 times before, but this 4th time, this is going to be the last time. Yeah.
My man said, I'm just interested in seeing or interested in what's best for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Really, Tom told me I got to take him. That's really what Bruce Arians is saying. Tom said he's coming back.
He'll be back for our playoff run. I can't do nothing about that one.
Right. That's what that is. Pittsburgh's at Kansas City. Pittsburgh 7-6-1. You know, they ain't dead yet.
They ain't dead. I don't know how they keep pulling these out.
They got to take on Kansas City here. Denver's at Vegas. And so those both teams are 7-7. And then the night game on Sunday, Cowboys taking on Washington. Washington's 6-8. So this Sunday, all week, there are some key matchups as we're coming down the stretch trying to win these December games. Mm-hmm. And if the Cowboys win by a point, Cowboy fans, shut up, take it. Okay?
It's a December win. Go ahead and take it.
You win by a point, you also win the division. And you're going where you want to go. So just stack together wins. Yeah, you want to be pretty, but who gives a frog's fat rear end if it is? Get yourself a W and keep on rolling. Let's take a break right here. I want to dive into Dak Prescott a little bit.
Okay, let's do it then.
I heard somebody say something like, let me just run this by Church. No, let's do that next. Barry Church.
I appreciate it.
Newy Scruggs.
I appreciate it. He's
Joe Looney, Danny McCray,
3 years
right
down
here
the
for
line.
The Players Lounge right here on DallasCowboys.com.
At Smoothie King, we are blending goodness to fuel your greatness. Every blend is crafted to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Smoothie King uses only whole fruits and organic veggies. You'll never find sugary syrups or artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. And unlike some other smoothie places, there are 0 grams of added sugar in many of our blends. Smoothie King is proud to be the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Place your order in the app or online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. What was it? They go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Dak Prescott is the Dallas Cowboys nominee for the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award presented by Nationwide, recognizing NFL players for outstanding community service activities off the field and excellence on it. Help Dak earn a $25,000 donation to his Faith Fight Finish Foundation by voting on Twitter. Tweet hashtag WPMOY challenge followed by Prescott through January 17th. Vote Dak. You're in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com. And that is the Toledo Rocket. He is Barry Church.
Yes, indeedy.
All right, look. We know Dak Prescott's first 7 games he was playing at an MVP level.
He was in there.
He suffered the calf injury. He missed the game against Minnesota, which Cooper Rush went out, threw for 300 yards, won the football game. He came back, and look, it's not been good since.
No.
Okay, it's been a problem.
No.
And Dak says he's healthy, and this is where I want to come to you, Barry, as a former football player. Do you believe it, or is that just something he's saying?
Well, when you get this late in the season, I mean, nobody's healthy. When you get this late, I mean, you're banged up in some sort of fashion, some way, something sore, whether it's legs, arms, whatever the case may be, something is sore. But when you're talking about Dak Prescott and he's saying he's healthy, I just got to take him at his word on this one, because there's nothing that he can go out there and if the training staff thought he was limited in any type of way, I don't think he'd be out there. So to me, I got to believe he's healthy. And I just think he says he's not in a slump, but, obviously the numbers don't lie. But I just think right now he's dealing with some confidence issues, whether it's, confident in, putting the ball right where it needs to be, ball placement or keeping it out of harm's way, whatever the case may be. I just think he's dealing with some type of confidence issue. And hopefully, we can right the ship. We can get back into where he was playing at that MVP level, especially going into the playoffs. Because I know we're getting W's and I know we're winning and nobody should complain about that. But to me, if we're going to make this long playoff run that, myself included and a lot of other people think that this team can make, we've got to come in there with some type of momentum, especially offensively. Like I said before, this defense is flying around, but I don't believe that this defense can carry this team to a Super Bowl. I just don't believe so. So I think we got to get something going on offensively, and Dak Prescott is the key to that.
This is something I'm gonna press you on.
Okay.
And you say you've got to come in with some momentum. Right now, if you just look at the NFC, how many people are really going to roll into this thing with some momentum? Because everybody at this point in time has got some warts.
They have some.
As great as the Packers are playing, quarterback playing on a broken toe.
Yeah, but he's making it look like 7-on-7 out there.
He is.
He's dicing them up still with the broke toe.
At some point in time, could that not catch up to you?
It could. Hypothetically, it could.
So all along the way we're looking. So okay, then maybe we take Green Bay and put them over here.
Oh, I'm still not putting
it. But then, you talk about momentum.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay?
Yeah, no, that's another thing. They're reeling right now.
Oof.
You got shut out the first time in 15 years.
Your running backs out?
But who they got left? I mean, on the left on their schedule, they got, Panthers twice.
Okay, that's fine, but still, just overall, look, I mean.
They're a team that needs to get back on as well.
Godwin's out for the year?
He's hurt, but they got Antonio Brown back.
Okay, Church,
we know he was before he left out.
Yes, before he left, they were 5-0 with him in the lineup, but you've played in this league. He's been out a minute here.
He has. But I thought the same thing about D-Law. And look, he came back after 8 weeks, 10 weeks, still playing at that extremely high level. So, I mean, we can think or we can say these guys will come back, and it'll struggle to get back in that same type of chemistry or whatnot. But there's also the case that be that, he could come out there and leave off or step back right where he left off.
Okay, so, but they clearly have some issues. And one thing, you talk about a blueprint. We saw 3 sacks on Tom Brady, so everybody should be running for the Dennis Allen New Orleans Saints blueprint of how do we get to Tom Brady.
Yeah, you got to have those players too now. They got, Cam Jordan, Davenport, those guys there's some dogs in there.
Arizona got some issues right now.
No, they have some issues. They're reeling. Well, they're out. Hopkins, right? They're out their big dog, and Kyler Murray. He's an example of a guy that has come back and not come back to that same type of level. Because of that injury, maybe not, but he hasn't come back. Just like that.
You're not playing the way you were before you were.
I'll put them in the same category with the boys. I'll definitely put them in there.
So, and then you've got other teams who are trying to gain some momentum here, the Minnesotas and the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, they're fighting for the lives.
Philadelphia. So
you
got
people fighting for their lives out there.
Which is why I say, hey, look, man, anybody can get beat right about now. Let's just get on in this thing and see where you go.
Yeah.
So the Rams. I'm sorry. I just think the Rams' offensive line is at some point in time going to catch them.
You think so?
Some point in time, your weak offensive line is going to catch you, man.
Okay.
Especially when you're trying to winning a championship.
Against the boys, I definitely can see our D-line eating on these guys.
Okay.
But that's a first round matchup. Do you really necessarily want to see LA in the first round?
Man, you're going to see who you see, man. None of it's easy. That's just my
thing. Yeah, none of it's easy.
Look at this, man. None of this. There's no boom, easy button. I mean, no. This is not. It's just not there.
Yeah.
It's this league, these injuries, COVID has evened the playing field so many times. And then when you hear people, you don't want to go to Lambeau. Tampa Bay went there.
They got lucky with that beautiful day. It was definitely a beautiful day. But I get what you're saying.
Remember that time Eli and the Giants went up in there? And the year they beat the Cowboys, and then so that
and that's what I'm saying though. They got that ball rolling. They got that momentum going because they were struggling. Mm-hmm. They were struggling. Was that the year? No, that wasn't the year he went on the podium and guaranteed. No,
that was Fossil. That
was Fossil.
Fossil did it, and they went. That was he went to Super Bowl 35.
But they lost. But
this one was with Coughlin.
Yeah,
and Eli. That was different. But
I was there in 2011. They went through us in one of the final games, and they got that momentum going. And what happened? They took off, went to Lambeau, beat them. I mean, San Francisco beat them. Okay. They had that momentum going.
So, you just there's a lot of teams that have some question marks, and you just get in here. You have to play well on your day, handle your business, and see where you go. But I'm telling you right now, I truly believe COVID is going to play a big part.
Yeah, I can believe that.
In these playoffs, as you go to the Super Bowl. I mean, just look right now, church, right now. Okay, just on my phone, Texas A&M drops out of next week's Gator Bowl due to a COVID-19 outbreak in the program. They're not going to be the first or the last. They're not going to be the last, I should say.
No, look at the Browns. 22 players out. Imagine if that was a wild card playoff game and you had 22 stars. You was down to your third string quarterback out there.
And you out here moving games to Tuesday. Can you be moving playoff games?
No, you can't do it.
No. So
not when the stakes are that high. You can't. Yeah. So
that's why I just say, man, none of this. This is more to me. This feels more like the NCAA tournament.
Truly a week-to-week thing.
Right, than what we're seeing here in the past. Well, hey, his team was strong and they're going to go out, or, the number one seed is going to end up. No, man, it's like the NCAA tournament now, baby.
Anything can happen.
Yes. Who's playing well, who's healthy, and now with COVID. I mean, and then you go out there and you see where it goes. And then
it's not NBA. NBA got the 7-game series where eventually
thank you. The better team
is going to come out on top. This, a flag here and there.
And so when I come back into this to say, when I look at Dak Prescott, he just needs a good 60 minutes. Come playoff time, just give a good 60 minutes where you're not turning the football over.
But what makes you think he can get that? I mean, if we've seen these past six games,
I love the question.
Can he give you a good 60 somewhere?
Because, and this is something you can appreciate.
Okay.
Being a player. Sometimes you just know I need to be good today. That's simple. I got to be good today.
Okay.
And some people know how to do that. Jordan was one of those guys. Montana was one of those guys. I need to be good today. There were a lot of times. That's what Tony Romo would do. He needed to be good today. Okay, I got to carry. And Dak Prescott, I go back into the Green Bay game, 2016, that 2016 season, down 21. He had to be good. If he's not good, the comeback doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And he went. You go look at the numbers that day. He went toe to toe with Aaron Rodgers, numbers wise.
But if you look at it, a couple of his interceptions led to that 21-3 hole. So it ain't like you got to be good for 60 minutes.
And this is just me. That's the kind of guy that I would bet on.
Okay.
Hey, man, it didn't look good, but there's a guy that.
You think he could from what we've seen these past 6 games? You think he got hey, I got to be flip that switch just like that?
I believe he's going to get there. I do. That's just the guy I'm not going.
What if we continue to? What if these last 4 games? It's just a kind of up and down. There's nothing steady going. You think when we get to those playoffs, that wild card, he can just be like, let's roll.
And there's something different about playoff football.
Oh, yeah.
In the mentality.
There's just different. There's different energy to it.
I just think that when it gets to that time, I'm not going to be worried about 4. Okay. I think 4 is going to get there.
All right.
4. I put it like this: I don't see 4 being the reason why they lose in the playoffs.
All right.
Especially
I hope you're right about that.
Especially the first week. That's me. You call me crazy, call me homer all day long. I just have this belief in 4.
Okay.
That when you got to go get it done, 4 is going to go get it done.
You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He has performed well in those tough situations, in those playoff matchups. He has performed well. But, man, I'm telling you, if we don't come in there with some type of momentum, some type of chemistry, some type of something going forward offensively, it's going to be tough. It's a lot of pressure on the defense.
And they said, right now, you got several quarterbacks right now. You're like, wait a minute, what you doing, baby? It doesn't look good for you right now. Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray. What you doing, baby? I mean, it's some folks on the struggle bus. Mac Jones, little struggle bus action going on. We know my man over in Tennessee is struggling.
He's been hurting ever since this guy Henry left.
Exposed to City. Yeah. Josh Allen has been having some. It's been it's. And this also comes into Mike McCarthy. And you have to. I would give Mike McCarthy the benefit of the doubt for what he's done in his career. I'm going to believe that when it comes to that playoff time, that he and his staff will have the quarterback where he needs to be.
And I hope that's correct. But when we talk about these other guys sputtering, the Josh Allens, the Kyle Murray or Kyler Murrays, it's a game here, it's a game there. But you also see the 330-yard performances, 4 touchdowns. We haven't seen that in 6 straight games.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
You're right.
Those guys are sputtering as well.
You are right.
But it's hard. It's hard to bet against a guy like Four who has the command of the team like that. So it's hard to bet against him. I'm just saying. I'm just going for what I see.
It's a game of
inches. Tough.
Inches.
Oh, Pacino coming in.
I believe if Dak looks to the guy next to him, he's going to see a guy that'll go that inch. Inch by inch. They can climb themselves out of this hell.
They're going to have to. Here we go. We got what? 3? Was it 3-4 games left?
Dak. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? That's it.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's take a break. Mary Church, Newy Scruggs, Players Lounge right here. Hotels.com on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At Smoothie King, we are blending goodness to fuel your greatness. Every blend is crafted to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Smoothie King uses only whole fruits and organic veggies. You'll never find sugary syrups or artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. And unlike some other smoothie places, there are 0 grams of added sugar in many of our blends. Smoothie King is proud to be the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Place your order in the app or online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching Grandma how to video call. And teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Head to AT&T Stadium on January 1st to experience Rally Day presented by SeatGeek. Get ready to cheer on the Cowboys with tours of AT&T Stadium, appearances by Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and alumni, ticket giveaways, games, inflatables, and more. Get excited for game day. Visit AT&T Stadium. Visit AT&TStadium.com/Rally Days for tickets and more information. All right, you are in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com. Barry Church, Newy Scruggs, Danny McCray with the day off, Joe Looney with the day off. Both gentlemen will be here tomorrow. So full house, four of us tomorrow.
We back on.
Okay, 4 of us tomorrow here. So we'll get that rolling up here. Pro Bowl's coming out today. Micah Parsons, Zach Martin, Trayvon Diggs, to me, are the for sure.
Yeah, they're live.
They're the for
They're
sure.
in there for sure, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You've been a part of these before.
Yes.
What happens when you think you should and you don't? And outside of the 3 that I named, who else could we potentially see?
Well, first let's go to the disappointment because I have plenty of experience in that. I'm telling you right, there was 2 years.
I'm sorry, man.
I know you brought up just the scab is ripped off, man. Because I put this deep down inside, but now it's opening up. But anyways, there was 2 years. I thought I should have made it. It was 13 here, even though our defense was downright terrible. I believe that year we were 8-8 one of them years. Man, I led the team. 145 tackles. Right. 7th in the league in tackles. I think I had 2 interceptions. I led the defensive backs in forced fumbles with 3 or 4, or maybe it was 3. I don't know. Either way, it was 3 or 4. One of the 2. Man, I was balling that year. But once again, our defense was terrible. Didn't get the votes. And again, in 2017 with Jacksonville, 4 interceptions, 80-some tackles. I was out there. Didn't get the votes. So it's disappointing.
And a whole bunch of dudes off that Jacksonville.
And I'm telling them about. And
half the team got
half the team. So you talk about how they looking at me like, hold up, man. Yeah, we got less tackles. We got all that. How you not in there? They over there doing photo shoots with the Pro Bowls. I'm sitting over there sick, just envious. Just, man, you know what? So I'm telling you, it hurts when you don't make it. But this team, as far as Pro Bowlers, like those 3 that you mentioned, they're locked up. They're in there. They're, without a doubt, they're locked up. Is there any more? I would have to say the punter. The punter. I think Anger needs to be up. Am I pronouncing his name right? Is it Anger?
Anger, okay.
Anger. I think he needs to be in there because that dude's had an unbelievable season so far as pinning the ball within the 20-yard line on his punt. So he's doing a great job out there. But outside of him, man, I'm gonna have to say no. I mean, because D-Law and Randy Gregory, yes, they performing great, but they've been out too long. They've missed too many games, especially D-Law. So to me, I'm outside of those 3, gonna have to say no. Maybe a couple. What do they call it when you replace the guy who doesn't go?
Yeah, alternates.
Alternates, yeah, maybe a couple of that. But
so just checking right here on where Randy Gregory is sitting right now. He's tied for 18th in sacks, and
that's just not gonna cut it.
Yeah, just looking into some of the other guys who are above him. A lot of them are in the NFC.
Yeah.
So yes, he's tied for 18th in sacks. In the NFC. Overall, in the NFL, he's tied for 35th.
Yeah, they ain't going to cut it.
Parsons right now in the NFL is 7th in sacks at 12.
I always wondered why they did they cut off the Pro Bowl so early. Like, why not wait to the end of the season? Like, what if these guys, in these next 3 games run off, historic numbers? I never understood why they did that. They cut it off so early.
Gives you a reason to try and celebrate. That's the most I could kind of take from it. But the it's 3 are there, and then we'll see. Does Tyron's missed too many games?
Missed too many games
to make it at left tackle.
Everybody else has been rotating.
Biadasz, I don't see it there.
Not this year. Defensively, I mean, Kirsch has had a good season, but I don't think he got the takeaway numbers.
It's going to be tough, man.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I'll tell you another guy right now I'm really worried about here is the kicker, Greg Zuerlein. Greg Zuerlein, look, man, bruh.
It's concerning.
Bruh. I'm sorry. Another missed extra point. He's missing to the left here. You look at just scoring in the NFL for kickers. Greg is 7th right now. And when it comes to PAT, he's had 31 and he's made 26. And it's just concerning.
Yeah.
And when it comes to field goals, he's made 28 of 33. He's got a long of 56. He's got 110 points. So 7th right now in the league. I'm sorry. When the man goes out there and kicks,
makes you nervous, right?
You don't leave the room. Let's go get some water.
Like, this is automatic.
You stay right here. He got it, and to me, it's just a problem.
What's more concerning for you? Is it the long ones or the extra points?
The extra points right now.
Yeah, I would agree. I would have to agree with you on that.
These are supposed to be your gimmies, and they're not working, man. By the way, Biadasz is the leading vote getter at his position. So we'll see. We'll see if it holds up. If it holds up. But
I doubt it.
Is he a Pro Bowl player?
Or does he have the star? I mean, you know how it goes. You know how it goes, dude.
You know what happens if he make it. You know some of you are like, I know that who I think it is.
You don't see him walking in the way.
I know that who I think it is.
That's your man's? Is that your man?
Drafting your replacement.
I hope he gets it. I'm gonna be good talk. I hope he gets it, but I'm just saying it's.
Doug Collins once said, because they were talking about the NBA All-Star team, he said, "Look, if you play long enough, you're gonna make one you shouldn't, and you'll get left off one you should." He said, "If you play long enough." So.
Well, it never happened to me. I guess I ain't played long enough, huh? I got left off a lot.
Dude, I looked up that 2013 one.
Yeah, who had in there? Who got in there?
Now, 4 guys sat out because of the 2 guys shot out for the Super Bowl, which was Cam Chancellor and the other Seattle.
Earl Thomas?
Earl Thomas, yeah. I think McCarthy. Oh no, those were AFC guys.
And then, so that was the year they had Rice against Sanders. So remember, there was like a hodgepodge of guys. So I think that's what kind of got you. Eric Berry for the Chiefs, KJ Ward with the Browns, and Eric Waddle was on Sanders' team. No, yeah, Team Sanders.
That was AFC.
Yeah. Well, it's Team Sanders.
They didn't even do it. That's what got me that year.
Yeah,
they didn't do AFC. That's what I'm going to blame. That's what I'm going to use that as an excuse,
so,
Louis.
Jarius Byrd for the Bills, Eric Reed for the 49ers, and Antrell Roll for the Giants. Those are the other
guys. I should have got it over Antrell Roll. I don't care.
Well, Eric Reed, you should have got I looked at his stats that year. You had way more tackles. He had no picks. He had 2 forced fumbles.
Like that's what I'm saying, Louis.
You shouldn't have made it.
That's what I'm saying, Louis.
Yeah, that was your year, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Sorry,
man.
Church.
It's all good, I just didn't play long enough to get that one I should have made, but
So maybe that's when you didn't have the star. Yeah, that's where not having the star.
No, that was the year I had the star.
He was on the.
But our defense was I think we were historically bad that year.
Hatcher, I think, made it for us.
Yeah, Hatcher, because he had like 13 sacks that year.
And he was an alternate.
Yeah, he barely made it. Was.
They
hated on us that year, man. They hated on us in 13. Man.
There's one guy who didn't handle getting snubbed very well at the Pro Bowl.
You talking about Big Dog? Big Dog had.
My man was not happy. He didn't make you look over and another dude in his position. Now it's not the guy you think, but another dude in his position made it. Oh yeah, he was swole. He was
hot sauce a little bit.
He was swole. We'll talk about it after the break. All right, we're back tomorrow. Yeah. 4 of us here. Danny McCray, Joe Looney will join us. Church and I will be here.
Thank you.
Chris Beam is going to be
2 for 2,
here.
baby.
I'll be here.
Our boy Will's going to be here. Scott Purcell. All the regulars, we going to be here.
We're going to be. It's a packed house tomorrow.
We will be
here. Packed house tomorrow.
No Palmer's chicken. Okay, just to let you know. No chicken. No chicken.
It's coming Thursday.
No chicken tomorrow. Just letting you know. There's no chicken.
That hurt right there. I ain't going to lie.
It is what it is. All right, Blessed Players Lounge coming up bottom of the hour. It's Mick Shots right here on DallasCowboys.com.
Smoothie King?
No.
Oh, no.
Nothing. BYOB.
No. This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?